Welcome back, Wolfpack Villas here, and let's do some more Fan Fridays. Now, I am aware that I did screw up in the last video. I forgot to mention Air Balloon on Electros, because Air Balloon is what you need to make it to where you still don't have that weakness, and since you're getting the Trick Room shenanigans with the Wonder Guard, you're not going to be getting hit by that attack, so that means you still have an Air Balloon, and the idea is that it makes up for Levitate, because when you get Wonder Guard, you don't have Levitate, so you need an Air Balloon to make that strategy work. I am aware of that. Here's the thing, I was more worried about talking about non-cheating. You know, you don't want to cheat, so by doing that I forgot to talk about the actual main parts of the strategy, and also it's like 1,000,000 degrees in Seattle right now because we're going through a heat wave. A lot of the country is going through a heat wave, and it's really hard to focus because I have to like turn on my AC, try to cool off for a couple minutes, then do a recording because I can't have the AC on or else you like super hear it in the background. Most of you guys can probably even hear my computer overheating, so it has been kind of a mess over here. And let's just get on into this battle. I see a Frost Rotom. I didn't even realize it. I just pumped in the code. Yes, Frost Rotom, please. Blizzard the shit out of this place. I'm sorry I had to use foul language right there, but it's hot, and I want cold, and maybe this will do things, because it's ridiculous out here, and yeah. I have more things to focus on. So Rotom with the Chandelure, with the Gardevoir, with the Tyranitar. This Tyranitar could be all over the place. Gardevoir going to Mega Evolve. That's going to be a big problem for Tyranitar because fairies and dark type Pokemon, they don't get along at all. And Rotom just going to go Blizzard. Yeah. Sup Rotom. Just gets a stab Blizzard. Doesn't do a crazy amount of damage because of the resistances and Gardevoir being a special defense tank. Flamethrower though. Just going to obliterate Rotom, and that's why it is so hot right now. Like, well, I mean, the whole country is honestly going through a heat wave, but a lot of you guys have air conditioning. I'm in an apartment that can't have a window unit. So yeah, a fan and a bucket of ice it is. But we have the weakness. Oh, here we go. We have weakness policy on that Tyranitar. So using Rotom, you know, the Chandelure is just going to focus that Pokemon down instead. Tyranitar now at a crazy amount of damage and speed. It got that +1, and it's also, because of weakness policy, you don't have to invest tanky. And a Mungus. Mungus has Rage Powder. It's going to be able to absorb some hits or just go for that Protect. And I mean, Tyranitar's at +3. So now we're about to see some shenanigans. Tyranitar with another Dragon Dance. What kind of bold risk is this? Gardevoir going to go for the Side Shock on the Amoonguss. Chandelure going to Flamethrower the Amoonguss as well. Guess wanting that Spore Thread out of the way. Going for that other Dragon Dance means you are going to get that speed. You are going to have that damage at the +4. You know, Rock Slide, no threat. Or, like, I mean, Rock Slide's definitely going to be knocking out Chandelure. Gardevoir also going to go down. There's the Rage Powder from the Amoonguss right there. And that's just crazy. With that just unholy prediction, I mean, that was crazy amounts of risk right there. I think Gardevoir would have gone down with the +3. But just making sure you outspeed any other Pokemon coming in. Making sure everything goes, and it ends up paying up. I hope, or I mean, I don't hope. I mean, I know the opponent is kicking himself so hard for not focusing the Tyranitar. Because, I mean, I guess you just assume, you know, damage. You might as well hit the Amoonguss so you don't get spored. Sure, you knock out Tyranitar, but now one of your opponents or one of your Pokemon spored. I don't know. Now Tyranitar needs to get the outspeeds. It's going to be a little difficult though because of just Weavile. So we're going to see if this works out. Amoonguss going to spam that Rage Powder again. Going to try to absorb all that priority that Weavile is rocking. So the Ice Shard going to get diverted. Hit the Amoonguss instead. Protect on Terrakion. Tyranitar goes for the Iron Head. Just says, you know what? It's already been enough. You're taking out the Weavile. The Rage Powder wouldn't stop like a Rock Slide or something from Terrakion. But Terrakion went for the Protect. Amoonguss takes a little bit of Sandstorm damage. It doesn't matter because craziness, the ultimate risk pays off. And now, you know, we're just going to go and take out the Terrakion. Might be Focus Sash. You do see a good amount of Focus Sash on the Terrakion. And Tyranitar is just going to go and Iron Head. That's going to be a ridiculous hit, but it is the 1 hit point survival. And it got, like, Amoonguss, all it has to do is, like, Giga Drain. So, we're fine here. Tyranitar, though, getting 3 Pokemon with that weakness policy and the Dragon Dance. So, that actually works out really well. Especially if you have a support like Amoonguss. In doubles, that could be pretty. Well, actually, where I saw that's pretty sick right there. And Altaria, so Hyper Voice, anything is just going to end this battle. 1 hit point on that Terrakion. Also, I just threw some candy in my mouth. I was like, yep, this is wrapped up. I guess it's time to have a little snack. So I might sound weird. But Altaria avoids the Rock Slide, Amoonguss avoids the Rock Slide, insult to injury right here as Terrakion goes down, rounding out this battle. Alright. Now that, I don't know about, like, I feel like the risk wasn't necessary, because, like, he used the Dragon Dance to outspeed anyways. I think there might have been enough damage because Gardevoir isn't too much of a physical tank, but we saw it work out, you know. Got the damage through. Altaria would have been some good follow-up, you know, with the Hyper Voice against the Weavile and the Terrakion. So the Amoonguss, like, everything actually works out really well. Amoonguss synergizes well with the Weakness Policy and the Altaria. I guess the only, like, we didn't get to see Rotom Frost do much, but if you're going up against a lot of Salamence, a lot of Ice-weak Pokemon, you know, Landorus, maybe that Rotom's a Pocket Landorus counter. You know, just like endures a Rock Slide, even though it's super effective. Rotom's very tanky, so you endure that Rock Slide, and then you try to throw out the Blizzard. I don't know what was going on there, but the team does have a lot of synergy, and it does end up working out pretty well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we have more Fan Fridays coming up.